Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about the slope intercept form of a linear equation. Linear, what does that mean? What does it make you think of? Line, right? A linear equation, a line equation. So up until this point, we've actually used points to put on a graph and to figure out our line, our slope from those 2 points. So for instance, we chose an x coordinate and then solved for y, and we plotted both our x and our y coordinates on there. And from that, we could determine it had a couple of points there. Then we could determine the slope from plotting those points. Well, the slope intercept form of a line is a really cool way to be able to find that information without having to plot those points. You're going to be given all of the information that you need from the equation of the line. So it has to be written in this form: y equals mx plus b, where we know that m is our slope or our steepness of the line, or our rise over run of the line, right? And then we know that b is our y-intercept, or where the line will pass through the y-axis, okay? But it always has to be written in this exact formula to be given, to get those pieces of information that we're gonna need to graph, okay? So let's try this first equation here. Y equals 3/5 x plus 2. So is this in the form of y equals mx plus b? It is, right? Our slope is 3/5, and our y-intercept is 2. So if we graph this, we can very quickly see what the graph of this line is going to look like. Our first point we can get from where this crosses the y-intercept. So that would be 0, 2, because we're going to know that the x-coordinate is 0 because it's crossing through the y-axis. So we're going to start here at our point of origin and go, we're not going to go across any, but we're going to go up 2. And that's going to be our first point from that y-intercept, because we know it has to go through the line there. So we'll start graphing, or we'll start our point there, our line there. That would be our first point. Okay. Next, we know that our slope is 3/5. We're going to rise 3 and run 5. So starting from our point here, we're going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can put our line through those points. And now we have graphed the equation y equals 3/5 x plus 2. Okay? Pretty easy. I'll give you another example. How about if we have a negative slope? Y equals negative 3/4 x plus 6. So again, we know that our first point is going to be 0, 6, because that line has to go through the y-axis at this point. So that's going to be, we're not going to go across any, we're going to go up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put our first point there. And now we are also given our slope that is preceding this variable here. So our slope is negative 3/4. So we are going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And put our point there and draw our point through our line through those 2 points. And that is the graph of y equals minus 3/4 x plus 6. Okay? So those two examples, our equation was already in the right form. Okay? So what if I give you 2x minus 5y equals 10? Does this look like y equals mx plus b? It doesn't, right? Because we've got a 2x over here, we've got a 10 here. Somebody might say, oh, well, there's our y-intercept there. It's 10, it's 0, 10. That wouldn't be right because this isn't in the correct form. So basically what we're going to do here is we're solving the equation for y. Okay, so what would be the first thing that we would do? We are going to subtract our 2x from both sides, right? So 2x minus 2x will cancel out. We're left with minus 5y equals 10 minus 2x. We can't subtract 2x from 10 because these are not like terms. So now we're at minus 5y equals 10 minus 2x. It's kind of beginning to take the shape of this form, of this line, of this equation, sorry. So now we have to subtract a negative 5. When we do that, that's going to cancel out. We're going to be left with y over 10 minus 5. A negative 2 and a negative 5 is going to give us plus a 2/5 x because we're dividing a negative 2 over a negative 5. We're going to take the negative 5 from both terms there. So now we have y equals 2/5 x. We're just going to rearrange it. Plus 10 divided by a negative 5 is a negative 2. So y equals 2/5 x minus 2. Now it looks like it's in the form of the slope-intercept. So we can graph it from here, just like we've done before. Our first point we're going to get from the y-intercept. And our y-intercept is 0 and negative 2. Our slope is going to be 2/5. Okay, so our first point is going to be 0, but we're going to go down 2. That's going to be our first point. Put a couple more hash marks on here. And now we're going to go up 2, 1, 2, over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So now we're going to put this point through here. And our slope is up 2. And we went over 5. Okay? And that is all that you are basically doing today. I hope this helps with your examples. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a text on Google Chats, or I can also do a Google Meet with you. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope you feel like you're learning something. I'm also going to put a supplementary video you can watch on Khan Academy. He does it a little bit differently. This is how I learned it, and this is what makes sense to me. But again, always feel free to check on Khan Academy or Google something around or Google something and look around if you don't understand how I'm doing it. Okay, guys, have a great day.